Hello guys, welcome back to another movie review. Today we are reviewing Top Gun Maverick. Yes, this is the sequel to the 1980s movie Top Gun, starring Tom Cruise, of course. And this film, I think it was longer than that, 34, 35 years after the original release of the film, something like that. It's been over 30 years since that film came out, and it's pretty mental that we're talking about a sequel for a film that came out in the 80s. You know, this doesn't happen that often. There's a lot of fandom going on, there's a lot of pandemonia, everyone's like mental, it's Top Gun time, woo woo woo. And yeah. For the OG viewers of the channel, I actually watched Top Gun as one of my first ever like retro movie reviews of watching a film I've never seen, and I think I rated it a 6 out of 10. Wasn't for me, didn't really rate it. If you want to watch that video, then please do go and find that. But yeah, Top Gun Maverick, to me it was the same. I preferred it in some elements, but I also felt exactly the same about than I did about the first one. So yeah. What I didn't like about the first one was the fact that the story was a bit bland and it felt a bit slow at times. The first beginning of the movie, the first hour of the newest movie now, Maverick, it wasn't great. I found it to be quite boring the first hour. It didn't really go anywhere. The story was a bit dry. I did like all the action in the last hour of the movie, or hour and a bit of the movie. I did like the end of the movie more than the beginning of this movie. And that's because Tom Cruise just elevated this movie by doing what they did with the whole filming of actual fighter jets rather than CGI or them in cockpits and in screen and all that. This was real. This is Tom Cruise. Maybe Tom Cruise is actually flying his plane and acting at the same time, because he did with James Corden recently. He flies planes. He's into his own stunts. We know this. So the realism aspect of this movie just makes this brilliant for me, but it doesn't take it to be phenomenal. I don't get everyone's like, this Top Gun's amazing, da, 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 da. It's like, oh wow, it's so good. I don't get that feeling. Maybe it's because my nostalgia's not there with the older movie as well. I just found the story to be a bit boring. I'm quite critical of the female in them. We got Jennifer Connelly in this movie, and she's just a love interest. And I'm a bit old school, and I'm a bit, well, not so much old school, but I'm a bit like, gone are the days of just having a woman in a movie just to be a love interest, and he just jumps out the window just because he's, he's having an affair, not an affair with her, but you know what I mean. He's just, having sex with her, etc. So I'm a bit like, I don't really see the point of her. What's the point of even her being in the film? It's a bit of a waste, and that's what happened with the first one. I didn't really like that aspect. And to me, it was exactly the same in this one. So that was my negative to the film. But the amazing thing about this film is the stunt work, and everyone's going there basically to just go and see Tom Cruise flying an airplane, and all the other actors as well who were in cockpits of planes, and Tom Cruise took them through like this really rigorous process, training and all that. The director as well has also come out and said that the actors had to like learn about like lighting of camera and all that, because they had to basically direct themselves when they were up in the air, acting for the movie. So that aspect of it was amazing. Every shot was just so impressive in the action sequences, etc. And the fact that it was all real coming through the camera was just really good. So getting on to my rating, I am going to rate this higher than a 6 out of 10 for the first movie, and I am going to rate her a 7.5 out of 10. It doesn't go into my top elite categories like 8 and 9s. 9s is I'm running back to the cinema to go and see it. 7.5, I think for me is a fair score in terms of how I rate all my other movies. If you are a Top Gun fan, especially the first one, you're going to love this. It's exactly the same as the first one in the sense of it doesn't try and be anything different, even though it's a different director and all that. It doesn't, it's not like a sequel that's really different. It's a sequel that honours the first one and carries over that legacy with respect really into the new one, and you got to give that props. I also loved all of the young cast. There's so many people on there, but I loved all of the young cast. They were really good. Most of the performances were fantastic, and we also had Val Kilmer as well returning for a scene as well, and it was great done, very respectfully done. But to me, it doesn't become amazing, and I don't get why people think it's amazing. It's very good, not questioning that. And it's one movie as well, if you have 4D, I might go back and watch it in 4D. Just because I've never experienced 4D in my new cinema that I go to now, and I think it would be the perfect type of film to see something in 4D. So yeah. So there it is, guys. There is my review of Top Gun Maverick. Let me know your thoughts down below if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. I'm really interested to know your thoughts. Have you seen the first one? Are you going to? Let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like and share this video and also subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next video coming soon. Goodbye, guys.